Wisdom for marital management 101. Marital success, marital joy is to the level to which the man in the marriage is wise and the level to which the woman in the marriage is wise. Wisdom is knowing the right thing to do part-time and doing it. Knowledge is knowing. Wisdom is doing. If you know and you don't do, you are not wise. If you know and the time to apply it comes and you don't apply it, you are knowledgeable but you are not wise. And so there will still be tension. For a man and a woman to live together happily and joyfully in line with the will of God and the word of God, it takes wisdom. It is impossible to build a godly home. It is impossible to have a peaceful home without wisdom. Listen, only wisdom builds. Let's see something quickly from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1 in the Amplified Classic. Wisdom has built a house. She has hewed out and set up a 7 perfect number of pillars. Wisdom has built a house. To build a peaceful home, wisdom is the pillar. To live joyfully with a woman, wisdom is the pillar. To raise godly children, wisdom is the pillar. If you must live peacefully as husband and wife, wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 3 in the Amplified Classic. True skillful and godly wisdom. True skillful. You have to be skillful. True skillful and godly wisdom is a house, a life, a home, a family built. And by understanding it is established on a sound and good foundation. Listen, the wisdom with which you operate will show in the exact result you have in your marital life and your family life. Whether your home is peaceful or not is a product of your wisdom. That is the wisdom you are operating in. Lisi abrikotia dakas. Wisdom is ability to handle complex issues. Wisdom is ability to sort out essentials of complex issues. Wisdom is capacity for emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. Wisdom is the capacity for management. The problem with a lot of people is they don't understand that they need to develop capacity for relational management. They don't understand that you need to develop capacity for relational management. It is impossible for a man and a woman to live happily together without wisdom. When you grow in wisdom, you will grow in peace. When you grow in wisdom, you will grow in love, you will grow in joy, you will grow in understanding. And in this 101 class, we will be looking at understanding difference management. Understanding difference management. I want somebody to scream that with me. 1, 2, go. Proverbs 16:20 in the King James Version. Proverbs 16:20. Listen. He that handleth a matter wisely shall find good. And whoso trusteth in the Lord, happy is he. You must trust in the Lord. You must believe that this marriage is of God. This marriage will work out. But look at the A part of it. He that handleth a matter wisely. Capacity to handle issue wisely. The truth is, a lot of people are not managing one of the core of marriage wisely. You need to understand that God created the man different from the woman. And God created the woman different from the man. If the man and the woman are not different, then there will have been no need for one of them to have been created. When God created man, if man came complete with all the required emotions, with all the required ability, then there will be no need for the woman. For the Lord said to the man, it is not good for you to be alone. We were created by God differently. And listen, we are wired by God differently because of the unique role that each of us we are to play. If you don't understand difference, you will attack difference. If you don't understand difference, you will not accept difference. If you don't appreciate difference, you will judge difference, and you will have eternal frustration. Eternal frustration. One of the core of marriage is understanding the fact that the male is different from the female and the female is different from the male. We are totally different from each other. And this difference has no cure. You can only manage it. You can't change it. You can't cure it. It is to be managed because God created us to operate that way. You see, let me tell you, any teaching, any generation, any form of thing that want to make a man who a man is not, you are destroying the core of manhood. And trying to make a woman what a woman is not, all these things saying that a woman can do what a man can do, forget all those things. You are heading towards total destruction. And this generation is paying for it. This generation is paying for it heavily and seriously. I'm not saying don't help your wife to carry children, to lay bed, but please, there is something a man must not be. If you force him and even he changes nature to suit you, you have destroyed the core of humanity. You have destroyed the very core of humanity. And I want you to follow me. Now, everybody hear me. Do you eat jollof by putting only rice and water? You put rice in a particular measure. Maybe you put Maggi, you put tomato, you put fish, and then you stir. You stir. God created the man to bring some things. God created the woman to bring some things. The wisdom to now melangement, mix it together. This is where the challenge is. And somebody is now saying, only tomato and rice is what I want. And once I have that, I am peaceful. Listen very carefully. Without sin, no sin at all, no sin, God made Adam. And the way God wired Adam, it is called the principle of ML, male logic. Men are totally logical. Men are totally logical. Men are totally logical. Not just totally logical. One-dimensionally logical. That is, they see things one way. Number two, Eve came. Eve came. Eve sensitive. Eve emotional. Eve intuitive. And I want you to hear me. God now said, the way I created this one is absolutely logical. Look, Adam did not even believe. Adam couldn't even think it. That there will be another person in the garden that can speak to Eve. Why? It's not logical. When you are logical, you must have blind spots. There are things a man can never see. There are things forever a man can never see. That is why Satan didn't come to the man. He went straight to the woman. The one that is sensitive, the one that is intuitive, the one that is emotional. And engage the woman in a discussion. Because the devil knew that this one is intuitive. This one is emotional. This one is absolutely emotional. So let me go and have a discussion. And then he engaged Eve. He engaged Eve. He engaged Eve. He engaged Eve, talking and talking, talking and talking, talking and talking, talking and talking. And then, you know what? Adam didn't even believe a discussion could happen. Because only to Adam is only me and Eve, and God comes once a day. So there is nothing again here. Never criticize a man for being one-dimensional. Never attack it. Don't say the man is not correct man. He doesn't see things correctly. No. Because acknowledge this fact. This is the case even before the fall. I mean, even before the fall. Because let me tell you, you need maturity to accept difference. Because without accepting it, you will not be able to live with it. And you will not be able to manage it. And our problem is the management of it. And everybody hear me. Eve took the fruit and ate it. Nothing happened. Because in the government of God, God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of the church. The husband is the head of his wife. Inasmuch as Adam had not eaten the fruit, nothing happened. Immediately Eve ate it, nothing happened. Eve now came to the husband and presented it to the husband. The husband ate it. And immediately everything nosedived. And God now caused them that you gave him the fruit. He took it also. From today you will not understand each other again. If you understand your man and you understand your woman and you manage the difference, you have broken a major curse. You have entered into the blessing.